fit yoga into your busy day. Today's session we're going to be focusing on the legs and the hips. So come and join me down on the mat. And what you're going to need is one of these yoga bands. They're nice and stretchy, they come in all different strengths. So this one is a medium one. Find the halfway point here and then place the halfway point over the top of the foot. And then crisscross the rest of the band underneath the foot. Take hold of the ends of the bands and we're going to roll down onto our back. One leg is bent, one leg is stretching up towards the ceiling, and holding on to the ends of the band, lower the elbows down to the mat so they touch down. So the goal here is a nice straight leg reaching up to the ceiling. See if you can point your toes up to the ceiling and then flex the foot. Point the toes and flex the foot. Then rotate the ankle around. Let's do one more circle. When you're ready, reverse those circles. And then flex the foot. Draw the leg towards your chest, keeping the leg nice and straight. You're going to feel a deep stretch down the back of the leg. Send the leg down towards the mat, allow the heel to hover, and then bring the leg back up towards the chest. Send the leg down, and then we bring the leg back up, and we send the leg down. Bring the leg back up, and hold it there. Bring your attention to that left leg. Slide the left leg down onto the mat. And when you're ready, keeping both hips touching down on the mat, move your leg in small circular motions. You want the movement to be slow and controlled. You're telling your leg how to move in these nice slow circles. And if everything feels good in the hip socket, there's no grinding or popping, then you can increase the size of those circles. So let's do one more circle this direction. The leg comes back up to the ceiling and reverse those circles. Remember, nice and slow and controlled. We'll do one more circle this direction. And the leg comes back up to the ceiling. Take the bands into your right hand and release the left hand down onto the mat. We're going to slide the leg across to the left side of the room. Flex your foot as you slide the leg across the midline of the body. Hold it there. You're going to feel a deep stretch down the side of the leg and the IT band, which is your connective fascia tissue. So hold it there. Try and keep those hips pointing down onto the mat. And then slowly bring the leg up to the ceiling. Take the bands into the left hand this time. Right hand goes down to the mat. And we'll send the leg out to the side of the room. And again, checking in with your hips that they're both pointing down and touching down on the mat. Bring the leg back up to the ceiling. And you can release the band down, if you can get it off your leg. And placing both soles on the mat, we're going to bring the right ankle across the left knee and interlace the fingers behind the left knee, drawing the knees towards the chest. Now there are different variations of this pose, and it's wonderful for opening your hips if you have tight hips. So if you find that you're not flexible enough to reach behind your knee, you can take your band and fold it in half and wrap the band around the back of the knee. Holding onto the band, you draw the knees towards the chest. Now, if you want a deeper stretch, you can interlace the fingers in front of the knee and hug those knees into the chest. So you work at a level that is just right for you. So once you've held this for a few moments, you can release those knees down, roll yourself onto your side, and then we're going to push ourselves up to the seated position and take your band. I'm going to place the middle of the band over the top of the left foot this time. Crisscross the band underneath the foot, take hold of the ends of the band, and again come back down onto the mat. Sending the leg up to the ceiling, lower those elbows down, straighten the leg, and then point the toes up to the ceiling and flex the foot, and point the toes and flex the foot. You can rotate the ankle around. Let's do one more circle. When you're ready, reverse those circles. Let's flex the foot, draw the leg towards the chest, release the leg down towards the mat, allow the heel to hover, and then bring the leg back towards your chest. So the goal here is a nice straight leg, and each time you bring that leg up, you want to draw the leg closer to your chest. So one more time, bringing that leg up. Nice. Okay, so bring your attention to the right leg. Slide the right leg down onto the mat, holding on to the bands. We're going to move the leg in small circular motions, slow and controlled movements. And again, if you feel healthy in your hip socket, no crunching, no grinding or popping, you can increase the circles of the leg motion. So one more circle this direction, and then reverse the circles when you're ready. One more circle. Let's bring the leg back up to the ceiling. And then take hold of the band into the left hand, and we'll slide the leg across the body, across to the right side of the room, flexing the foot, deep stretch down the side of the leg there in the IT band. Hold it there. Make sure both hips are touching down on the mat. And bring the leg back up to the ceiling. Take the band into the right hand. We're going to slide the leg out to the left this time. Make sure both hips are touching down. And then bring the leg back up to the ceiling. You can release the band down. And we'll place the soles of the feet down on the mat, legs are bent. Bring the left ankle across the right knee. And interlace the fingers behind the knee, drawing the knees to the chest. Remember, there are 3 different levels. You can use your band, place the band behind your knee, or if you want a deeper stretch, you can place the hands in front of the knee. And hold it there for a few breaths. On your next breath, you can release those legs down, roll yourself onto your side, allow your head to rest on your arm. Move the band out of the way. So legs are stretched out onto the mat. We're going to raise the top leg and then lower it. Check in with the alignment of your hips. So no rolling back, no rolling forward. Find that place of center. So the place of center will restrict your leg movement. You'll only be able to get your legs so high, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So we lift and lower the leg. Let's do one more. And then bend that lower leg, flex the foot, raise and lower the leg. Imagine that there's a big bouncy ball under that leg. Bounce it out. Let's do one more. And then come to center. Point the toes and kick those toes forward, and then kick those toes out behind you. Kick the toes forward and then behind you. And let's do one more. And come to center. Bring your attention to the heel. Bring the heel to your butt, and then kick those toes out in front, drawing the heel back to the butt. So it's like a big bicycle motion. So we're riding an imaginary bike on our sides. So one more circle, and then we'll reverse those circles. So the toes come out in front, the heels go to the butt, and kick the toes out in front of you. Let's do that again, bringing the heel to the butt, out behind you. Kick the toes out in front, you got it. And then back to center. Bring the knee in front of the body here, and we're just going to send the bottom leg out, nice and straight. Flex the foot. Raise and lower the leg. One more, and then lower. So let's take our bands again. I want you to find the halfway point, fold the band in half. We're going to tie a knot in the end of the band. So once you've tied the knot in the end of the band, you should have a nice loop like that. We're going to place that loop around the knees and come back down onto the side. So check in with your alignment. Your heels are stacked, your knees are stacked, and your hips are stacked directly on top of one another. You want to keep the feet together as you raise the upper knee and then lower it down. Let's raise that knee and lower it down. Let's raise the knee and hold it there, and then lower it down. Let's do that again. So we raise the knee and hold it there. This is a wonderful workout for the glutes. We need our glutes for climbing stairs and sitting down on chairs. We take them for granted, so we need to be able to keep them strong and toned throughout our entire life. So raise and lower, raise and lower. So take the band off the knees, bring the knee in front of the body, make a fist and just tap out the glutes there. I've just worked hard for you. And let's take it over to the other side. So release the knot from the band. And we're going to work the other leg this time. Oh, have we done that one? We have. Okay. Alright, so we still need the knot in the band. Okay, so let's take it to the other side. So we get comfortable on our side. Legs are stretched out on the mat. And when you're ready, with the hips stacked on top of one another, we raise the leg and lower the leg. Remember to check in with your alignment, no rolling back or forward. Make sure your hips are stacked. Let's do one more. Come down to center, bend the bottom leg, flex the foot, and imagine that bouncy ball under the leg. Bounce the leg out. Let's do one more, and then come to center. Point those toes, let's kick the toes forward and then kick the toes out behind us, kicking the toes forward and out behind us. Let's do one more. And come to center. Bring your attention to your heel, bring the heel to your butt, point the toes out in front of you, and then bring the heel to the butt again and toes out in front. Remember that nice giant bicycle. Let's do one more this direction and then come to center. So we send the toes out in front for the reverse bicycle, heel to butt, out behind you, toes in front, heel to butt, out behind you, heel to butt. One more. Nice. Come back to center. Let's bring the knee in front of the body, send the leg out onto the mat, flex the foot. We're going to lift and lower the leg. And one more, lift and lower. So push yourself up to the seated position. Take your band that's already got the knot in it, place the band around the knees, and come back down onto your side. Allow your head to rest on your arm. Hold on to the band if you need to. Check in with your alignment. Your feet are stacked on top of each other. The knees are stacked, the hips are stacked. When you're ready, keeping those feet together, we raise the knee, we lower the knee. We'll do singles to begin with, and then we'll hold it there. Hold the knee and release down. Raise and lower. Raise, hold it there, and lower, then back to singles. You're probably feeling the burn in the glutes right now. That's a good thing. One more time, and then release the band. Bring the knee in front of the body, make a tight fist, and tap out the glutes. Then you can push yourself up to the seated position. And that's the end of this session.